Hello YouTube, it's been a while since I posted a video. Just wanted to check in briefly, let you guys know I was doing well. I'm about 2 months out now and I am down 27 pounds since surgery and 35 pounds altogether, including my pre-op diet. So I started at 241 and today I'm 206. I have been exercising pretty much 7 days a week. I may have taken a couple of days off within this 2 months, but pretty much going steady, trying to vary things up. I've been riding my bike outside. I've been doing the treadmill. I've done the elliptical about 3 or 4 times. That machine still kicks my butt. I can't do it longer than 30 minutes. I've started a new running program. I started last week. It's pretty popular. Some of you guys may have heard of it or may actually already be doing it. It's called the Couch to 5K. I'm actually doing the treadmill version. And this is week 2 for me. I have had 2 fills since the last time I made a video. My first fill was 2 cc's and I had that under fluoro. They tried to give me more, but it just wasn't happening. And I had 2 weeks after that when I went in for my 2-month checkup. I felt like I needed another fill, so they gave me another 0.75 cc's, which was all that I could take at that point. Now I'm about almost 2 weeks from that fill, and kind of figuring things out, and I'm ready for another fill. I actually called my clinic today, so I'm trying to get an appointment to go in at the end of this week. Being pretty conservative with the fills because I don't want to have to go in and get an unfill. Plus, what I've noticed with my band, and I think this is not unusual, is that I'm really tight in the mornings. And both of my fill appointments have been in the morning, so I'm definitely going to make sure that my next fill appointment is in the afternoon where I can kind of figure out and gauge really how tight I am. So in the mornings, I am pretty tight, not like where I can't breathe or I'm having pain or anything like that. But I generally don't try to eat anything in the morning. I'll do a protein shake, or I had for the past couple of weeks just been drinking a cup of decaf coffee with a couple of Splendas and a little bit of non-dairy creamer. That would hold me, and then I'd have my first meal between 12 and 2. And then what I noticed was after 2 o'clock, it was like, oh my goodness, I could eat everything. Even though I didn't make the choice to do that, but I definitely was feeling some hunger, physical and a lot of head hunger. So that's why I asked for another fill 2 weeks afterwards. And now that I'm kind of getting the hang of things, I can definitely sense that I feel like I could use a little bit more restriction. Weight loss has slowed off. I've been losing about 1 pound or so a week here. And there's some weeks where I haven't lost anything at all. Definitely after that 2 o'clock window when I find myself being hungry or wanting to eat more, I'm definitely able to eat more than the half to 1 cup of food that folks say that pretty much you should be able to eat. And that amount of food that I am eating, which is over that, probably about 2 to 3 cups of food, is not lasting me 3 to 4 hours. So definitely I could probably use a small fill. And even though I'm going to try to make an afternoon appointment, I'm still probably going to go pretty conservative. I'm sure nothing more than a cc if I even go that far, because I don't want to have to go back for an unfill, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just don't want to have that experience if I can help it. I have not had any heartburn. I have not had any nauseousness. I have not had any chest pains or gas pains or anything like that. I've been feeling perfectly fine. After I had worked out on the elliptical about 3 times, I had noticed some pain, and I mentioned it to my doctor, and they said it sounded muscular because I was doing a new activity, and it did go away within about 1.5 weeks. So I kind of stayed away from the elliptical for a while, even though I did try to jump back on yesterday. What I have been eating has varied. I've been eating tuna salad, still eating cottage cheese. I do go back to the Slim Fast shakes every now and again, but pretty much I'm eating solid foods on a regular. I'm able to tolerate oatmeal, so I can do a cup of that. Turkey bacon. I found a great snack that's about 70 calories if you have like a sweet tooth or craving something that's delicious tasting. And they're vegetable pancakes, and they come in like potato, vegetable, spinach, and sweet potato, which is for me good for a sweet tooth. And they're about the size of the palm of your hand, and like I said, 70 calories. So I enjoy those. I have not had any chips or cake or candy or anything like that. I've avoided all of those things still. Still have not had any bread, rice, or potatoes. So I think I'm doing really well. There's one thing that I found, I don't know if I mentioned this in previous videos, but roasted and salted sunflower seeds have been my go-to snack. And it is a healthier snack, but in the amounts that I'm eating them, it kind of defeats the purpose. So sometimes I get down on myself for having those, but I try to think of it like, hey, it's not a donut, but still it's a healthy snack, but the portion size that I'm eating it is probably not healthy. And because they're so small and you have to chew them up, I mean, I think it could be considered a slider food. So I do definitely have to watch my intake of the sunflower seeds. Still also eating no sugar added fudgesicles and sugar-free popsicles for snacks from time to time. I'm tracking my food and exercise on myfitnesspal.com. I'm Fat Cat Blue there as well. And I think it kind of holds me accountable, kind of lets me look back over my menus and see when the scale does stop moving, what am I doing? And so I've been trying to change up my diet, try to change up my exercise, even adding calories in sometimes, just to try to jumpstart my body. So I'm eating anywhere between 700 and 1,100 calories a day. 1,100 is really high for me. Normally try to keep it under 1,000. And I know this isn't a calorie counting game, but when you're logging your foods on these various websites, you kind of see how much calories you're getting in. Still doing at least 60 grams of protein a day. And that is on the lower side for me. Mostly I try to get in 80, and I achieve that with fish mostly, or chicken. I have had one stuck episode, and it wasn't too terribly bad. It did not last for hours. It lasted for about 5 minutes, but those were very long minutes. I had found another goodie. I was getting deli meat and cheese from the deli, turkey and Munster cheese, sliced very thin. And I had found these 130 calorie tortilla wraps, whole wheat, and I was eating those with a piece of a green leaf lettuce, delicious, just because the lunch meat and everything and the cheese had so much flavor and was tasting so good. I just did not chew it up well enough, and was taking too big of bites, and it got stuck. So that was not fun. Like I said, my kids were home that day, and I think I terrified them. I was running around the house. I was jumping, bending over, and it was an interesting experience. And that was probably into bite 2. So it couldn't have been that horrifying for me, because I did, in fact, finish that tortilla, and I've had them again since, but have remembered to make sure that I chew very well. But I've laid off on those. I had the pack, and there were like 8 in there. So once those were gone and my husband helped me finish them, that was it. So I'll probably just lay off of those for a little bit, because they're 130 calories, and I just don't want to do that for one meal when I could have something more filling, but they were delightful. Other than that, everything has been going smoothly. Back to work. I don't know if I was back to work the last time I made the video, and I'm working a different shift. So I'm working 2 nights and I'm working weekends, which for me has helped a lot as far as exercise. I can do it anytime during the day before I go to work, and it's out of the way. So I'm not working my first shift job and trying to either get up extra early or coming home when I'm spent from the day at work, trying to make sure I get my exercise in. So I love that. And It allows me time to, like, if I want to do an hour on the treadmill and then go for a bike ride, just those type of things, or even like working outside, planting flowers. To me, it's been a great experience, and it's also helped with my eating because I'm normally sleep at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and now some nights I'm at work. So if I eat right before I go to work, I won't even pack anything. I'll just take like a protein shake or a cup of cottage cheese and a couple of peaches or something like that, the canned peaches that are already cut in half and stuff, and I'll eat that and I'm good. So on those days, it seems like things are great. Weekends are still hard times for me, even though I'm at work all day. When I get home, it's just head hunger and I just feel really snacky. But I'm getting through it. Also wanted to just let you guys know that my husband, who I think I mentioned before was banded on March 13th, is down about 45 or 50 pounds. I'm not sure exactly how many, but he's doing well. Feeling great, has not had his first fill. He'll be going for that on Friday. So, I mean, overall, I'm happy. I do get frustrated at times because the scale doesn't move, but I try to remember where I was 2 months ago, and I've never lost this amount of weight in such a short period of time, and I've never felt healthier than I do right now for the past 10 years. So I feel great. My clothes are big, and I'm refusing to buy any clothes until I hit Wonderland. So I am 4 pounds away from being 199. Not that that's going to make a significant difference in my clothing size, but that was just a goal that I had for myself. So I'm able to move my belt back 3 notches, and like I said, clothes are just falling off. People are starting to notice. Even my kids are starting to notice. And I just have so much more energy. So those are my updates. See you guys next time.